Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, aka the Football History Dude, and I'm here to help you finish your Christmas shopping list and let everyone else over there stiff-arm their competition while trying to fight off that tryptophan on Turkey Night. Now, what we did was we partnered with Rochester Sports Autographs, the largest JSA authenticated autograph distributor in the United States, where you can get up to 75% off over 30,000 autographed sports collectibles during this holiday season. They have something for everyone. But how is RSA able to offer such great deals on JSA authentication, you ask? Well, they do this by making deals directly with athletes so there are no extra markups, and they choose to then pass that savings on to you, the customer. Now, all orders from Rochester Sports Autographs are top quality and shipped to your door with top authentication and a money-back guarantee. But hurry up because customers are so stark raving mad for RSA that memorabilia sells out daily. All you have to do is head over to shoprsa.com/SHN. Again, that's shoprsa.com/SHN. So don't wait to bring home your favorites and own a piece of sports history for you and the loved ones on your shopping list this holiday season. This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
The Rose Bowl. The game that inspired the college football bowl season has a long and storied history. The stadium itself is 100 years old, and in celebration of it, Pigskin Dispatch is assembling some of the top historians and authors to share the memories, people, and events that make the granddaddy of them all the special game that it is. Enjoy this Rose Bowl memory from pigskindispatch.com.
Hello, my football friends. This is Darren Hayes of PigskinDispatch.com. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your portal to positive football history. And this month, it's your portal to Rose Bowl history, as we're going to go through all of the games of the Great Rose Bowl and its 100th anniversary of the venue of the stadium. Now, today we're going to talk about the 1921 Rose Bowl, or as it was called then, the 1921 Tournament East-West football game. It was played on January 1st, 1921, and the game pitted the 7-0 Ohio State Buckeyes' tremendous record from the East against a very strong 8-0 California Golden Bears team. The Bears were led by Coach Andy Smith, and the Buckeyes, well, they had Coach John Wilsey at the helm. Cal had outscored their opponents 510 points for 114 points by their opponents for the season. They remained undefeated from 1920 all the way to 1924. Quite a run by the Cal Golden Bears. Well, they handed the Ohio State Buckeyes its first defeat of the season with a convincing 28-0 drubbing. As head coach of the California Golden Bears football program, Smith guided his so-called wonder teams, as they were called, to a record of 74-16-7. They captured 5 Pacific Coast Conference titles and 3 national championships. As a matter of fact, some claim that Cal won 4 straight national titles. The 1920 title, per the Billingsley Football Research, Helms, Holgate, and National Championship Foundation. The 1921 title, per the Board and Football Research organizations. 1922 national title per Holgate and a National Championship Foundation, and 1923's title per Holgate. In his January 1st, 1921 Rose Bowl game, Cal end Harold Brick Muller was named the player of the game, but retroactively in the year 1953, when the organization went back and named all the most valuable players from all the previous Rose Bowl games. Now, Muller was outstanding all day in the game. He completed a 53-yard touchdown pass to Brody Stevens after receiving a toss from Pesky Sprott. Now, Sprott had an outstanding game as well, as he scored 2 touchdowns on runs of 20 yards and 90 yards respectively. Amazingly, it was the last time that Ohio State was shut out until the 1993 season. And that's your Rose Bowl history for today in this Rose Bowl moment. Join us all month long for more great Rose Bowl history, including these little Rose Bowl memories. Feel free to check out more, including some great photographs, at pigskindispatch.com. Until then, have a great Gridiron Day. That's all the football history we have today, folks. Join us back tomorrow for more of your football history. We invite you to check out our website, pigskindispatch.com, not only to see the daily football history, but to experience positive football with our many articles on the good people of the game, as well as our own football comic strip, Cleat Marks Comics. Pigskindispatch.com is also on social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all of your positive football news and history. Special thanks to the talents of Mike and Gene Monroe, as well as Jason Neff for letting us use their music during our podcast.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com. Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude. And I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website, seriously, all you got to do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you got to do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.